Okay guys, welcome back to Random Pokemon Generator. Let's generate a team. Let's see. Pythagoras, Ardino, need Venusaur is OU. We can use this. I don't want to be OUing. Alakazam, no. Gengar, no. Why is there this one Pokemon that's just out of place? Okay. This looks like an underused team, being that we have an Empoleon, but it looks pretty solid to be perfectly honest. Actually, yeah, I don't know. We have a Ferret, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, so to all you newcomers, this is a series I've been doing to challenge myself, going against other players that have not been limited down to this particular Pokemon they get. So no, the opponents are not using this side to give them the Pokemon. They use whatever they want. But I want to challenge myself by using the stuff I get, and kind of challenge myself even further by using the stuff that you guys, the movesets you guys provide me. So for this specific team, I shall. There were times where a couple of Pokemon were overlooked. For example, second time I got Articuno, it just didn't get enough attention, and people overlooked that Pokemon a lot. So we're going to be looking for a specific number of comments based fully on the movesets. So 250 comments fully based on the movesets is probably going to be the number I'm going to be looking for. Once we hit that mark, I'm going to be starting on the series. But until then, I'm going to be looking on, on working on some Wi-Fi bells. So you guys are still going to be getting bells. But for the series to go, it needs your support. It needs the movesets. It needs exposure of the Pokemon. All these Pokemon needs to be covered. There is no limit to the Pokemon movesets you provide. You can provide multiple movesets if you want. It can be original. You can be, you can be Smogon. All goes. So yeah, with that being said, let's get right in the heart of the match. I've been wasting your time enough already. Okay, here we are. Now this is gonna be a match against UtilityMane4. This guy I found this Smogon Wi-Fi Hunter, and as you can probably tell, he's running a really offensive Sunny-based team. For some reason, I was going into this match very confident of my team's potential, and I was overestimating as a whole, as you're gonna see. Anyways, I'm gonna go for Earthquake with Dragonite. I guess I was overestimating it with the whole fact that my team runs 3 priority users, one in form of Bat and the Dragonite. The reason why he did that much. And this turn I'm gonna predict him to switch out to Gengar, and the other 2 priority users of course being Repulsion and my Scarf priority user, Scizor. Cannot get faster priority than that, but anyways, I'm just gonna go to Magnezone in case he switches out to Gengar or something that is of course immune to my Earthquake that I'm locking to it if he does realize I'm choiced. But he stayed in. Bullet Punch just as a desperate attempt to break my multiscale, and this turn around I do take him down with a Magnezone, but that's gonna give me the opportunity to switch out to Gengar, get the team switch initiative and take me out. Just in case he's a sub Gengar, I didn't want to give him the opportunity, so I decided to go for a Fire Punch in that turn. But the guy's gonna go for Icy Wind, easily take me out. I can see Icy Wind potential, especially after going against a Dragon Dancing Dragonite with multiscale on. Icy Wind is gonna negate his speed, and you can proceed to go from there. I can see some potential behind it, so really that's kind of cool to see. But anyways, we're gonna switch out to to my Heatran. Wow, I nearly forgot that name. But I'm just gonna take the Hypnosis. He does see this switch coming in. I guess it was a little bit too obvious, being that it's a Scizor and a Heatran that just work perfectly together, so the switches are extremely obvious. But at the same time, I could probably wall that Ninetales if it doesn't have anything better to do. Still, I predict the Nidoking. He actually switches out to my Champ, and I'm in a pickle because I want to switch out to my Shere Khan just in case, because this is probably the only Pokemon the Shere Khan can put up the rocks against and easily survive. If of course the confusion doesn't happen. Now checking out this team, I was thinking, well, if I can somehow put up the rocks, his team is not a threat. But putting up the rocks is a whole new story, because I actually hit myself on this turn, and that is just a pain, because he's got a Charizard, he's got a Ninetales, not to mention I have priority users at my hand. I mean, you're talking about some crazy power. Yeah, I did lose my Dragonite, but we're still talking about some fast Pokemon up my sleeves, and I'm not doing any residual on the switch, so that's gonna be a problematic scene. Still, he did go for Ice Beam. I was predicting him to over predict, kind of thinking maybe I'm gonna switch out the Magnezone, but then again, he's not locked, he's not Scarf, he's on a Balloon, and I'm gonna go for the for the Ice Punch here just to do some damage. He's actually gonna go for the Sludge Bomb. I was kinda surprised he didn't have Sludge Wave for that additional power with Sheer Force, but it's a minor mistake we all make. And he's a mixture, you know, with Earthquake. I guess his team is special enough, so he wants to have some mix going on. Kind of makes sense at times. I mean, you don't want to be sticking with one side of the field of offense. You want to be sticking with both. Still, in this case, I'm a special defensive, so I'm not gonna take that Earthquake all that well. But then again, there's still a question how good I would have taken the Earth Power to begin with, being that it is boosted by Sheer Force. Now in this case, he's gonna switch out the Charizard. Of course, he can't do much against me, as he did go for the Fire move, and I can easily at least take away one of the turns of sleep. And luckily I did wake up on the second turn, so that was extremely lucky, considering that, you know, you even get a burn on that turn, negating his power, cutting it to half, and now his burn, his dynamic punch is not even gonna take me out. Now if without the burn, judging by the damage I did, that would have been a solid kill on my Heatran. So luckily got 2 luck involved on that same turn. That was incredible. I consider myself a bit more lucky than the majority of players out there. I mean, majority I tend to watch consider themselves the unluckiest players in the world. It's crazy. I mean, they justify all the hacks they get just because they think they're unluckiest players in the world. There are some, but you just don't justify those because you were unlucky in some matches. Every match starts anew. So let's go. I'm gonna switch out to my Repulsion. He's gonna go for the Healing Power Ground. He does have something to heat the Heatran. Unfortunately, it's not gonna be enough to take down the max special defensive Repulsion, and I'm gonna retaliate with Ice Punch, and probably expecting what Ice Punch originally was, because I was thinking that he's probably gonna like switch out to something, especially Gengar, that can outspeed. So I'm gonna go for Ice Punch again, expecting him to preserve his Charizard and switch out to Gengar to outspeed me and, you know, destroy me, being that he's probably thinking that I'm gonna Mach Punch there, which I didn't. So that was good move on my part. Now Ninetales comes in here. He's gonna go for the random Solar Beam. I'm not too sure why Solar Beam instead of a Fire move, considering that, well, no, Scizor and Magnezone are both kind of weak to fire, so probably, I guess, predicting the Heatran just to get some damage in there, just in case. But then again, I don't know, that was a bit random. Still, it did take down the Repulsion. I'm gonna switch out to my Magnezone. I am Scarf. I'm gonna get some damage in there. That was pretty much my plan. He's gonna predict the Heatran again as a bait, Volt switching into Heatran, getting some fire damage in there, absorbing and boosting up my fire moves. But the guy does see it coming, and Hypnosis is gonna hit, which is incredibly nice to see, because once a person makes a good move, you're kinda annoyed by the fact they actually miss. You just don't feel right, and every good move should result in a good hit. So, you know, like Focus Blast predictions tend to happen, like they always miss. You like make an exceptional move and Focus Blast miss, and everything goes down the drain after that. Anyways, Charizard is gonna get completely ruined by the Solar Power, and I'm just gonna go for the Super Power because I'm Scarf. Ninetales is not gonna have any sort of chance against this Scizor, and that's gonna result in a 2-0 score, or was it a 3-0? Yeah, it was actually closer than it may look, because you know, Heatran, if Heatran would have gone down, I guess that burn on the Machamp was probably the most necessary, because it negated all that power that could have happened, taking me out, and Heatran was pretty much the answer for Ninetales. And you know, no Stealth Rocks were involved, so Charizard could easily handle. I did have a Scarf Magnezone and a Scarf Scizor, which is kind of weird because originally I didn't even remember I was using 2 Scarfers, but once I got into the match I was like, whoa, I have 2 Scarfers, let's see how it goes. And it turned out to be a pretty enjoyable match. So good game to my opponent. What's his name? UtilityMane. I have it write it down here, from the Smoke and Wi-Fi Thunder. Hope to battle you again. Hope you guys have enjoyed as much as I did. If you want to go check out some of my other videos, click here. This is my previous match I had. That's gonna be it for today. Leave me your movesets, don't forget that. And yeah, peace out. Till next time.